Hi, folks. This is Don Meisner with the North Country Fishing Report. I always want to pass on some of the personal things that I experience when I go fishing. I try to keep that a part of what I share with you because it's the most powerful thing of anything that I might talk about. Whenever we can talk about the things that matter to us, the things that we experience, it's always, I think, almost a more interesting story than telling about what somebody else has already told. But anyway, I went fishing to this area of the St. Lawrence River where I was able to wade. My buddy was out fishing and he told me, he said, there's a deep drop-off off of this massive shoal, and that shoal exists between Waddington and Messina along the shoreline. And it's a place I've fished for years and years and years. So he said, you could probably walk out to the edge of that shoal with your waders and be able to fish this deep drop. It can be dangerous because it drops instantly. And so you want the right visibility conditions with the sun and the riffles on the water so that you don't overstep your bounds. Well, I'm very careful when I wade anyway. Doesn't mean we can't fall, we can't have an accident, but I move very cautiously. I sort of feel with my feet as I go forward. So I'm out on the shoal. But before I got there, I pull up to where I'm going to access the water, and there's a couple cars. They were actually blocking the ability for you to put a boat in there or a canoe because it's a place the state has made accessible to fishermen along the St. Lawrence. But I could see all these carp rods set up along the bank where I was going to be fishing. And so I knew that's all these people were interested, that they were fishing carp. But I started having a conversation with them. And before long, the conversation got to be, and this is me talking now, I said, so where are you guys from? And I kind of knew, but I said it anyway. And they says, in their thick accents, oh, from Great Britain. We've come over here from Great Britain. And there were about 7 or 8 of the guys all together. And I said, so what made you come here? Well, of course, it's carp. And all over the world, people know that this area is very special for carp. But there's a reason I'm leading up to this, because as I talked to them further, they had questions for me. And a lot of the questions they had for me, I couldn't answer because I'm not really a carp fisherman. I don't really specialize in that. And so some of the things they needed to know, I really couldn't help them with. But I felt strongly that here, these guys had come, and I said, how long are you going to be here? And they said, we'll be here for 2 weeks. They had come all the way across the ocean to our area to fish for a species that most of us hardly give any credit to at all. There's thousands and thousands of carp in our water. And for people in the rest of the world, that could make this area a mecca. And, there's a couple things I wanted to sort of reference for this whole report. Number one, these people were super friendly, and I tried to be friendly with them, and I really wanted to help them because they represented groups that may be coming here that most of us don't even know about. And like any other group of strangers coming to an area, it's always great if they can have help, if they can have information put out for them that would help them know where to go, where to stay. It really struck home, and I wanted to help these guys so much. But it made me feel that I spend so much of my time trying to organize and put together these bass tournaments on the river. Bass, that becomes the vital fish. And yet we have all these other phenomenal resources here that could draw people not just from this country, but from other parts of the world. We've tried to do it before, but I really think there's a potential here. But I'll tell you where the real potential lies. We've got the tremendous fish and the huge fish. They kept saying to me, do you think we got a 40-pounder here? And I said, yeah, I think there's 40-pound carp out here. But the important thing is the thing that we try to offer when we bring people here to fish for bass or fish for something else is that the North Country offers something special that could bring them back. And part of that specialness could be what we refer to as North Country nice. We treat people decently. We treat them with a smile on our face, and we open ourselves up to try to make their stay special. There's a lot of parts of the world that doesn't take place, but it can here. And our ultimate goal in doing all this, not just to be a good person and not just to share that social responsibility of being communal, but also that our goal should be that by doing this, we can help bring the very fuel that makes us live, and that is money. Bring it into the area. Bring it in so that not just every business, but every person that lives here can feel the benefit of that upsurge, that optimistic atmosphere that exists when there is money in an area. And we can do this for each other. We really can. And so it's something more to think about. I would love to bring more people from Great Britain or from other parts, from Scandinavia, from over in the Orient, to come here and enjoy the riches of our area. Until next time, folks, this is Don Meisner with the North Country Fishing Report.